Hi guys, I just wanted to make a video, about an update on my anxiety. I keep getting like a lot of messages and stuff, and specifically one from a girl named Katy that I just got about a few minutes ago saying that she's starting a new job, which is phenomenal. Guys, don't mind my background and stuff like that. I'm sorry I look like shit. I just was like, I've gotten like quite a few messages the past week saying like it's time to update. If for Katy, because you're starting a new job and stuff like that, I've been in therapy for like, I think like 6 or 7 weeks now, and I'm significantly better again, which is phenomenal. I'm still a little weird with my driving, but the one thing that stuck with me this time was my therapist keeps asking me, he's like, all right, well, you're afraid to drive here or you're afraid to do this. What's going to happen if you have a panic attack? And if you like logically think about it, like what's going to happen? The same thing that's happened 5,000 times in your life. You're afraid of something that's happened so many times that it's almost normal for this to occur. And like, yeah, it's totally scary. And like, just like Katy, like mine gets triggered from me being hot also. But I was taught in my book that you getting hot and like sweating is actually saving yourself from something bad happening. Because if you weren't able to sweat, your body wouldn't be able to help you cool down, and then you would faint or something would happen. So it's actually a good sign when you're sweating, although it still makes me extremely uncomfortable. But so that's kind of like how I look at everything now. It's like when people ask me to go places and then I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my God, what if I have a panic attack? And it's like, so what if I have a panic attack? I've had it 500 billion times. I have them constantly. And when I think like that, it just kind of like subsides on its own. It's kind of like, well, it's kind of, you're pretty much tricking your mind into being like, okay, who the fuck cares? Yeah, I'm having a panic attack. Okay, cool. And the calmer you try to stay about it, the easier that it is. And like Katy, with you going to this new job and stuff, and if it gets packed and you're slammed and you're sweating, focus. Like do whatever you can to just focus. That's what I've been doing. Like sometimes like if I'm staring at something or somebody too long, the lights start to get to me and I start to get hot. So I'll just kind of like redirect my attention. I'll like look around and be like, okay. And not to be rude to the person that I'm speaking to, but then I'll just go back to them and like collect myself like on my own terms. I'm trying to think like what else I'm doing in therapy. I'm still just reading this book and I'm making like a hierarchy of like things that kind of scare me to things that scare the shit out of me. This one's been a rough one, like a lot I thought, or it may have been. I feel this one is worse than the last time my panic disorder hit. But driving is something that was never an issue to me, and now it's an issue. So I'm trying, and I drive every day, and I'm like, okay, so what if I have a fucking panic attack? It's going to be the same thing whether, like, we all want to be home when we're panicking, like, because we're safe, and it's okay, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in your car, or if you're in a store, or whatever. And the only thing that I can really, like, sit there and understand is, like, if you're alone and you're having a panic attack, so that's, like, the scariest thing ever. But how many times does this happen and nothing happens to us? We like start sweating and our heart is racing and we're freaking the fuck out and our mind is like going and going and going, and I'm going to have a heart attack, I'm going to die, oh my God, I'm having chest pain, you know, whatever. But these are all things that are just harmless and they actually really don't even mean anything to begin with. Your body thinks that you're in danger when you're not. So it's just really like saying to yourself like, hey, there's nothing bad going on right now. Nobody's going to hurt me, and I have people here that are going to help me if I'm working or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with saying, I have to go to the bathroom. And no, I cannot hold it in. Or I'm having a panic attack. And just, I'm trying to think like how I'm like processing this in my mind so that it's easier for you guys to understand. I'm like more accepting it now. Like when it comes, I'm like, fuck you. Like, fuck you. I don't have time for this shit right now. And then when it comes and it's happening, I just kind of sit there and I'm like, wow, this is really stupid. This is really stupid. And I talk to it like it's a person, like, you're so fucking stupid. Like, go away. Go away. You're bothering me now. Like, you're fucking annoying the shit out of me. Get out of my body. Whatever Satan devil thing has taken over, and go take a fucking hike somewhere else, because I don't have time for this shit right now. And it doesn't mean that, like, I don't ever get uncomfortable. Like, I'm uncomfortable a lot of the time. Even, for instance, today I was running errands. I'm at the supermarket, and, you know, as you get down each aisle, you're like, oh, fuck, I have, like, 5 more aisles to go, and I have this, and whatever. And then I'm like, but then when you're done, you're like, was it even that big of a deal to begin with? Nothing is such a big deal. We've all worked before. We've all had normal lives at one point. It's just kind of like grasping back onto that and, like, not letting go of the person that you used to be. Which is hard. I'm like 4 years in now. I'm like, I definitely am a different person, but I'm also a lot more knowledgeable and a lot more thankful when I am able to do things. And I really, my doctor says, because I'm always like afraid if I have a bad day, like if I wake up anxious. We all know that's the shittiest feeling in the world, is waking up with anxiety. Who wants to wake up with anxiety? But then when I wake up with anxiety, I'm like, fuck this, and I go out. Because, like, people who are not like us, they go to work when they have the flu, when they're throwing up, when they feel like they're dying, and they're fine. So we're fine too. We're fine. And again, I think I've mentioned this on one of my videos, I sometimes pretend that I have superpowers. And I know that sounds like really, really lame, but if you think about it, our eyes get dilated so that we have extra peripheral vision. We have all these sensations. We're able to hear more. Everything's very, like, exaggerated. Seeing, hearing, smelling, everything. And I just kind of sit there and I'm like, yeah, I'm a superhero. And if I would stop being afraid, I could do superpower things. And on top of it, I was reading that we're 100 times stronger than the average person when we're having anxiety or panic. We're those people that can lift a car if a kid gets run over, or anything that's like crazy that you read that's like inhumane. How does that even happen? We're those people, and we're special. So, well, at least that's how I like to look at it. We have extra superpowers. But Katy, going to work, you are going to be fine. And nothing bad is going to happen to you, I swear. And if it makes you feel better, you may absolutely message me your number, and I will text you, and I will talk to you before you go into work that day. And every single day until you feel good. Everybody has anxiety their first day of work. It's not just you, it's the entire world. You feel sick, you don't know anybody, you're nervous, you don't want to eat lunch by yourself. Whatever the situation may be, it's completely normal anxiety. So just so you know, everybody else at that job has felt that way the same exact day on their first day. So it's not abnormal. Just focus, learn, and people do understand anxiety a lot more than you think that they do. So if you say, I'm just having anxiety right now, I'm really sorry, or whatever, people will work with you. And then on your second, third day, if you've accomplished it and you did great, you're totally fine. And who cares if in a week or two from now you have a panic attack during work? Who cares? Love yourself, and don't get mad at yourself for these things happening. You don't have control over it. Your body is just doing what it feels it's necessary to do right now. And then the more you work, the more you'll train yourself that it won't happen anymore. It's all retraining your thoughts and like your behaviors and everything that's going on. So you're okay. We're all okay. And we all have to try a lot harder to be better than what we are. And I am doing that firsthand. And I feel strong all over again. And my drive for life is coming back again, which is phenomenal. So that's it. I love you guys. Bye.